Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bernardisa Talk Show. And today, my guest on the show is Nitin Jacob, someone who believes that artists and poets can bring a change. He has written several books, short films, music albums, and now he's coming up with his own life story. Hey, Nitin, welcome to the talk show.
Hi Bernard, thank you so much having me in your show. And I know you are doing really good with the publishing house Raindrops. Of course, it's not an easy task to publish books because you are also giving many people and their dreams come to true.
Right. Thank you so much, Nathan. Nathan, we have interacted in the past. We have been to several events together. We have done book launches. I've been to two of your book launches. And what I see in you is someone who is very eager to help others, like help the other authors
Yeah,
put their writings in your anthologies or help them out to learn, and I like that because there are very few authors, okay, who really want to help other authors.
I wanted to
So
do that because there is a reason behind that. Because a lot of youngsters were struggling to get even one, poetry or one of their works getting published. Maybe they are not able to get the right contact and all that. So this Crossroads was the event that I think before that uh, we met at Koramangala,
we
and
we
after
met
that,
at Golconda, yes.
yeah, then after that Crossroads, and I think you also addressed the media that day. So the thing is that I wanted to connect, and the theme was humanity. So
Right.
bridging walls for humanity was our theme. And from Kashmir to South India, Kerala, we had a lot of artists who wrote poetry in that book. And from Philippines also, like from young year, 12 years to 80 years old people we connected. So it was an
Right.
experience for me. It was an experience for me. And
Right.
you being a publishing head, it is not easy to
Yes.
having to have a lot of artists in one project. So
Right.
for me, it was a inner peace. It was a good experience, and
Right. One thing what I enjoy about publishing is that I get to read most of the manuscripts.
of course,
Right. Yeah, and apart from, see, for me, publishing, yes, publishing as a company is a business, but more than that, your author or a poet is not a client because they are authors and poets, and what they have written is something out of their own emotions. So when you are dealing with creative people like this, you're dealing with their emotions.
exactly,
Because what happens as a client, I take a project, I finish the project, I'm done. The client pays me, the client is happy, I'm happy. But here, that's not the case because here you have to guide the author or the poet at every point because they are working on their emotional book. Their
exactly.
book is an emotional story. Like, let me tell you, like, there are billions of people in India. But if you just go to see the number of writers who can express themselves, a very few who can really express themselves, and if you don't give them an opportunity, what happens is their dreams are shattered and you're losing a very good manuscript, a very good story.
Exactly. I find that, see, when I published my first book, I approached many publishing houses, but no one responded. And finally, I got with one of the publishing houses from US. So
Okay.
it is like, it's a luck also. I mean, sometimes, luck
True.
also should favor us, to get a good publishing house and get it
Right.
published through them. Maybe there are a lot of emotional people, who are looking for getting their books published, but you're a publishing house founder, so you know that most of the publishing houses, they look for big names. They don't
Right.
give chances for the beginners and all that stuff. Very few
Right.
will get that luck. So
Right.
that is also an important thing, because if Bernard is publishing a, you're choosing a author, he will also look, like you said, in the commercial aspect also, because whether that
Yes.
person has a value of business generating, or credibility on social media, and all that things come into aspect.
Right.
So getting an amateur an opportunity to get published is very difficult these days. Like, we are in a country where, like you said, billions of people are there, so it's not easy. It's not going to be easy for anyone to get their books published. It's not going to be easy. So see, you are able to read the manuscript by yourself, but a lot of publishing houses, they don't even read the manuscript. They just see the name and they just reject it on the first place. So
Right, right,
yeah, it is not easy, because you also might be getting a lot of manuscripts every now and then, but you have to see which is good and which is sellable. A lot of elements, right? So that also is a big criteria in this business, like I said.
right. And the very important thing is how the market is going to react to such books.
Exactly.
How is the response? How the readership is going to be? How are the sales going to be? How are the offline, the online sales that's now in the trending? How is that going to affect the book?
Exactly, because it's all about marketing these days. Even if you have a very good product, if
Right.
you don't market it well, then there is no use. It's a flop. So marketing
It's
plays a very big. See, gone are the days, when they say that, don't judge a book by its cover. But now
cover.
people start judging book by its cover,
Right.
because the attention span is so less in readers now. So they first see the cover, then they open and they read the first two pages, and they'll see, okay, if it's potential, they'll buy it. So now it's all about marketing and the visibility for the product.
Right.
Anyway,
That's right. So Nitin, how did you start your writing journey?
mine was see, I started from mouseshed.com, starting the writing reviews and all that. I was doing MBA then. So for me, it was just about inner peace and passion, and it is like it connects with my soul, and
Right.
the main reason is that I can connect with myself when I write something. Even if it's a poetry, even if it's a song, even if it's a novel or anything, it should connect with my soul, and it used to give me inner peace. So uh,
Right.
the end result is, we need to find that inner peace in us, and that is how I started. And I started writing when I was doing my graduation in Kodaikanal, actually, not MBA before that.
Okay.
Kodaikanal. I was very much attracted with nature, and the fog and rain and these kind of things are very much appealing to me. So that is where I started. I must have written more than 5,000 poems
Oh,
by now.
wow.
I don't even remember one. But in this new book also, I've written an introductory poem called I Am. We are everything, and we have the elements of God in us. So whatever love, kindness, and whatever we are giving to other human being is the biggest gift that we can give to God. That is what is the theme that I always follow, and yeah,
Right.
that is how I started writing back in, because I was not able to relate to my age group in college, and then I thought, okay, let me connect with myself, and that's the biggest element, a gift that I can give to others by writing. So that's how I started. I
That's
still think that I'm not a good writer. I'm still learning.
right. That's really wonderful. I also hear that you have also directed music albums.
Yeah, I've directed around seven to eight music albums, and so Trance was the first one, but that I didn't direct. That
Okay.
was the script is based on my life, again an incident based, uh, back in 2017 December, which I went through, and this is, and I think it's the first musical video album for a novel which
Mhm.
has come out in the world.
Oh,
Uh,
wonderful.
we are planning to make it a Russian a transcript of the same, because we have a lot of avid readers in Russia, and that might come out soon. Not I'm not giving any estimated date or anything, but it will come up soon. It has a add-on poetry book also, with again
Okay.
an anthology which has a lot of poets in that. So Muhammad Aslam is a popular playback singer, and I've worked
Mhm.
with him for like seven albums, and the next one is Jay Bholenath. It's a devotional album that I've directed.
Okay.
That will get released this month, hopefully. So that is one. And the previous ones were like Noor Mujasam and Dil Ki Awaaz, Pyar Khushbu Hai. Uh, these are the kind of albums, and
You have worked
I
with. Yeah.
myself have a few, Western related albums pending, which I will do it soon.
Right. Yeah. That's
Multitasking is a very difficult thing. So, one step at a time. But this latest album, which I directed, Jay Bholenath, the poster got released today, and it should
okay.
be out soon. Yeah, that is a devotional song. It's a prayer related to Lord Shiva. I don't want to reveal much about it. Let people watch it. So that will
Right.
be good.
Right. That's really interesting. Like you are a writer, and then you're also a part of other creative aspects as well, like music and then directing. Right. I also know that you're coming up with a new book called Belly Dancer.
Belly Dancer
Name
is
sounds
based
really
on my
interesting.
yes. Belly Dancer is based on my life.
Based on
But again,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
but again, it is not me who wrote it. It is written by our former Indian Navy head, Commodore M.E. Suresh N.M. Sir. Sir is the one is dedicating this book to me based on my life. So I'm honored because um, a guy at this age getting honored by an Indian Navy head.
Yeah.
My own story. So I asked Sir also, what do you see in me? Like, to write a book on my life and dedicating it to me. And said, that's a suspense.
Oh.
He said, he's already planning for the second episode also. I don't know. So
Oh,
Belly
wonderful.
Dancer, like I said, it is having international release like Europe, Asia, um, all over India. We are having a very good response already before the release, and we are planning for a launch in Bangalore, Goa, Pune, Mumbai, and
Wow.
all these places. So it is a true life story, and it is about love, greed, sex, and all that. So I hope you, being a publishing founder, you might, you know, of course, I'll send you a signed copy, or you can read and let me know, your response
Yes.
also. So
Of
that
course. Of course.
also will give good feedback from you, because you will know it. You read a lot of scripts and all that, so
Right.
be
Because
a very good thing for us also. It will be a
yeah.
boost for us. We are planning that, like I mentioned, the venue in Bangalore, which I don't want to disclose now, but I'll give
Right.
you a personal invitation so that
So a lot of things in pipeline for you. Nathan,
yeah.
when I'm just listening to your stories, right? I know the way you have come up as a writer, now as a director, and now there's a biography that's coming up on you. I want to know from you, do you have any mentors or any idols whom you look up to?
I don't have any. I
Okay.
just, start everything with prayers. Um, I don't have any particular, mentors, idols as such. But there is one, but that I won't disclose now. But I'll tell you later,
Right. But
because then the essence is gone, right?
you do follow someone, right? Like maybe the
No, I
way
don't follow anyone,
you,
but there is someone guiding me.
someone guiding you. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Nitin,
But yeah, of course, I'm a big follower of all the poets, be it Eliot, Bob Dylan.
right,
Paulo Coelho is one of my favorite writers, and Khalid Gibran, of course, Khalid Hosseini. So
right.
there are a lot of, I read all this a lot.
If you see most of the modern music right now, and it's actually written by Bob Dylan. And the thing is, we have so many new versions. We don't exactly know who the original singer or the original writer is. And
Exactly.
Bob is someone who I
See,
look up to as well.
yeah, sorry to interrupt, but our generation doesn't know most of these readers. And Charles Bukowski is one of my favorite poets. I mean, whatever
Yes,
he has narrated or recited, I find it very, very energetic. I mean, it boosts, there is so much of strength and gravity in his words. But
right.
our generation, they follow all this, they just want. a commercial aspect of thing. I think they lost the essence of
Right.
the old era, and that is, and of course Shakespeare also. I have not read any of his works, but even if I read also, I don't think I'll understand because there is so much of literature in that.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of literature in that. That's the reason I can't even say that I'm a writer because a lot of things to learn from 50s, 40s. Is a lot of things. See, I have seen one of my friends. She was reading a book which has 5,000 pages. She's from Russia. 5,000 pages.
1,000
So people have
pages.
a lot of patience to read. Our audience doesn't have patience.
Oh,
they can't
that.
even they can't even read one poetry in one go. So you need patience
Right.
to read. Whereas
Right.
this Russian audience, they have a lot of patience to read. They love literature a lot. I never knew that, but recently I came to know about this.
Right. Well, that's wonderful. Nitin, do you have any message to our listeners? Anything that you want to share with them, or any tips you want to give to the aspiring writers or poets?
As I always, tell all my fellow writers or whoever, just follow your passion and just give your heart out. You don't, go for any grammatical. If possible, write it on a book, then you type it. So whatever you type it on a book, I mean, write it on a book.
Right.
Then your heart is directly connected to your feelings, and then you type it. So all my poems that I've written based on what I experience at that moment. And plus, don't force yourself for writing. Whenever that spark, whenever that inspiration hits you, then you take pen and write it. That's only. And if it is a direction also, just try watching a lot of movies, get updated with the latest camera techniques, lens,
Hmm.
and the way the script is been molded, written. um,
Right.
whichever field you are, keep yourself updated. That's the only thing, because if you follow regular pattern, you get stuck. But you need to update and always willing to learn and willing to learn from others. If nobody is right or nobody is wrong, but if anybody is giving you a new techniques, it could be a 5-year old kid also. Learn from that. You never know. You're learning something new there. So it's not an
Right.
advice. It's my experience how I do my projects. And even if when I'm designing also, I always make sure that I should be satisfied first. You
You
can take opinion from everyone, but then you should have your own vision. The remote control should be in you,
should
not.
be right. Perfect.
Yeah.
I
So if Bernard is running your company, Raindrops, which is doing really well, I know that. So
think.
the boss, as you, will
Hmm.
have an insight, how to run the company. Just like that, you should know, what and what is your, USB, like, what better you can make the product. So believe in yourself. That's in simple terms, believe in yourself. That's it. No advice, just sharing my experience.
Right. Perfect. Well, Nitin, thank you so much for taking out your time and being here on this show. And dear listeners, if you have any queries or any updates that you need, you can directly drop a message to Nitin, or else you can just tweet to me or send me a message. And I'm pretty sure that Nitin will be very happy to assist you further or help you in his best possibilities.
Definitely, definitely. You
All
can
right, then,
reach me
Nitin.
out on Facebook or my email ID or the nithinjacob@gmail.com.
Sure,
So
I'll share the
definitely
details.
you
Yeah.
can write to me. I'm happy to help.
Right. Thank you so much, Nitin, for being on the show.
Thank
And
you
I
so
hope
much
you
for
have a
having me.
great book launch
Thank
and
you.
many more albums to be released and many more books to be released as well.
And many more movies also.
Yeah, movies as well, yes.
Thank you so much.